Hey everyone, welcome to Yoga with Laura Mack. I'm Laura, and back on the couch here is my assistant Pandora. We've got a 15-minute full body flow for you. So when you're short on time and you just want to get everything moving, this is the class for you. You can use it as a get up and go morning practice, as an afternoon break, or at the end of a long day just to let go of that busy day. All you need is your mat and some comfy clothes. And when you're ready to get moving, I'll see you on the mat. Let's start in a cross-legged seat, placing the palms to the knees. And sit up really tall and roll the shoulders up to the ears and then down the back. And then tucking the chin just a bit, close your eyes. And relax any tension that you might be holding in your face, your cheeks, your jaw. And come into the natural ebb and flow of your breath as it moves smoothly in and out the nose. Feel how the breath moves and shifts through your physical system. The parts of your body that expand and rise up on the inhales, and the parts of you that soften and contract on your exhales. And just a couple more moments here to really ground in our breath, to come into the present moment. And stay really connected to breath, to sensations in the body, as we add a bit of movement. Blink your eyes open. Take your fingertips up onto your shoulders and then bring the elbows in front of your chest towards one another, spreading the shoulder blades wide across the back, almost like the elbows could touch. Lift the elbows up to stack above the shoulders as much as you can, then bring them back behind you. Squeeze them towards one another, shoulder blades squeeze together. Drop the elbows down by your sides and take them in front of you again. And smooth out those circles. Pandora's bringing me a toy. And reverse your circles, opposite direction. Just giving our shoulder blades a little bit of attention and love. And take the arms all the way up overhead. Catch the back of the right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, get as tall as you can. Exhale, curve your body up and over to the left, anchoring the left hip down. Arching through the left side, but staying strong through the right side, so don't drop down too much. Take another breath. Rise back through center. Inhale. Turn to your right as you exhale. Release the right fingertips back behind you and take the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Just a simple twist using that space that we opened up into to find a bit of a revolve. Staying for an inhale. And release as you exhale. And then looking forward, switch up the crossing of your legs. Hey, take the arms overhead again. And this time, catch the back of your left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, get long. Exhale, curve your body up and over to the right while keeping the left hip really pressing down. Try to contain your core just a little bit, so don't let those ribs completely flare out. Take another breath. Lift through center, inhale, and then turn your chest back into the left as you exhale, releasing left fingertips behind you and the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Dropping your chin to your chest. Taking a couple breaths in our twist, using the inhales to find spinal extension, lifting through the crown of the head. And the exhales maybe to twist a little deeper. And breathe in. Exhale, unwind the spine and come forward into tabletop. Facing the top of the mat, Getting there any way that you'd like. Walk the knees back until they're underneath the hips and take the shoulders right over the wrists, spreading your fingers. Warming up our wrists, draw little circles with the shoulders over your hands. Shifting the shoulders forward, to the side, back, to the other side. Clawing them out with your fingertips, then reversing the direction of your circles. And then pause. Turn your fingertips so that they face the long side of the mat. Keeping the heels of the hands down, just rock right and left a few times. Getting more into the inner wrists. And then pause. Can you rotate your fingertips any amount back towards your knees? Put a generous bend in your elbows so you're not locking up the joint. Try to keep the heels of the hands down. And sit the butt back towards your heels any amount. And rock forward, shoulders over wrists. And sit back. And forward one more time, back. And forward, good. And then flip to the backs of the wrists, really deeply bending your elbows so that your chest is hovering above your palms and the middle fingers are pointing in towards one another. Bend the elbows deeply and either hold here or straighten the arms any amount. And then bend. And straighten. And one more bend. And straighten. Turn the hands to face forward again. Tabletop stretch the right leg back behind you, tucking your right toes under. Press back through the right heel so the shoulders shift back of the wrists a little bit till you feel a really deep calf stretch and hold. Then walk the right fingertips towards the top of the mat just a little bit more. Weave the left arm underneath the right arm. Start to look underneath your right arm. Come to the back of the left shoulder and let your head rest down on the mat. And then press forward until you come right onto the ball of the right foot. So the right foot gets really light on the mat and you're truly coming to the back of the left shoulder. You can stay here. You might reach the right arm up, turning the palm to face behind you and find a half wrap. Drop the fingertips behind the back. Left toes can be tucked or untucked. If that right foot is feeling really light, then maybe it starts to float off of the mat, lifting up. Good. And if the unexpected happens, like a rollover, just promise that you'll smile and come back and give it another go. If you have the right leg lifted, lower it down gently, toes tucked under. Right palm comes back next to your face. Unwind your twist, taking the left arm all the way up. Inhale. Left hand back to the mat as you exhale. Lift the right leg to float above the mat. Then bend the knee and point the toes to the ceiling. And start to draw circles with your right knee. So they're hip circles. Pointing the knee down, out to the side, and up and back. Just like what we did with our shoulders. Maybe the hips are a little creaky at first. Switch the direction of your circles. And the next time the right knee points out to the right side, step the right foot around the right pinky finger. The foot is angled off the side of the mat. Come up onto fingertips, shoulders over wrists. Tuck your back toes under and lift the back knee off the mat. Wiggle the back foot back long, so it's in a long lunge stance. We'll take cat-cows in our lunge. Drop the hips. Curve the heart through the arms. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips a little bit more. Bring your chin to your chest. Spread the shoulder blades wide. Again, like that. Inhale. Think cow pose in your lunge. Exhale, think cat around the shoulders. Press the heart back. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale, extend the spine through your arms and spring the left foot to the outside of the left hand as you exhale. Malasana Yogi Squat. Hips down. Hands come up to heart center. Making sure our knees are tracking in the same directions of our toes. Elbows can press the knees outward. Lift the thumbs towards your sternum. You might be a little bit more up here, and that's okay too. Find a little bit of movement in the hips. Warming up our ankles a bit more. And then release into a forward fold. Drop your fingertips down. Lift your hips. Drop your head. Toe heel the feet, hips distance apart, toes face forward. Slowly roll up your spine. Drawing energy up the legs. Stacking your spine one vertebra at a time. And as you come up to standing, roll the shoulders back. Reach the hands behind the back, interlace your fingers, press the palms together, and rest the thumbs to the low back. Squeeze the elbows towards one another, lift your chest, inhale. Bend your knees deeply, roll the belly to your thighs as you exhale, fold and drop your head. So really generous bend in the knees. And then maybe you float the pinky fingers up and overhead, thumbs off the low back, shoulder blades squeezing together. And you can find a little shimmy through the chest, rolling one shoulder back and then the other. Drop the fingertips down. Half lift, bring hands up to shins. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs, bend your knees deeply, plant your palms flat to the mat. Step 1 foot back at a time to a plank pose. Pressing back through your heels. Now you can modify your plank by bringing the knees down to the mat or holding here. Stretch the heart long. Whether your knees are down or not, we're going to move more into a planche shape. So let the shoulders come forward. Think about pulling the fronts of your shoulder blades back and broadening the collarbones, reaching the chest towards the top of the mat. Then bending the elbows, lower down chaturanga, elbows squeeze by your sides. Remember, knees can be down. And then release all the way down to your bellies. Ooh, ha. Untuck the toes. Tense the fingertips in line with your chest, and just off the edges of the mat, elbows point up. Roll the shoulders down the back, and then lift up away from the mat into cobra. Inhale. Drop the left shoulder down, look over the right shoulder, exhale, twist. Inhale, rises you back up, high cobra on fingertips. Exhale, drop the right shoulder down, look over your left shoulder, twist. Inhale, last time back through center. Let the heart drop forward and down. Release. Exhale. Slide the hands back near your lowest set of side ribs, so pretty far back. Elbows squeeze in. Press up to cat pose. So press into the knees, belly off the mat. Right away, round through the spine, tucking the tailbone. Chin to chest. Come back into your neutral table talk, long spine. Reach the left foot back. Toes tucked under. Let the shoulder blades move back up from the wrist so that you can really, really press the left heel down, getting that sole of the foot stretch, that calf stretch. And this time, take the left hand slightly further forward than the right hand. Weave the right arm underneath the left arm, looking underneath the window of your left arm. Come to the back of the right shoulder. Let your head rest down on the mat. Press the weight forward into the back of the right shoulder till that left foot gets really light. You're just on the tippy toes. You can stay right here. The left hand might be flat. That's extra supportive. If you like, you can reach the left hand up and over behind you for your half bind, dropping it towards the right hip. Either pressing through the right top of the foot or toes are tucking under. Maybe the left foot is so light that it floats away from the mat. And this might cause you to roll out. Just roll with it. Your neck and shoulders are safe in this position to roll over. If you floated the left leg up, gently touch it back down with toes tucked under. Bring the left palm next to your face. Unwind your twist. Take the right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, right hand back to the mat. Lift the left leg to float above the mat. Bend your left knee, point the toes up towards the ceiling, and draw circles with the left knee. So moving from the hip joint, maybe starting small and a little stiff. And then reversing the direction of your circles. And next time your left knee is pointing out to the left side, step the left foot to the pinky edge of the left hand, so around the left hand. Tuck your back toes under and lift that back knee off the mat. Wiggle the right foot back long. Come right up onto fingertips, shoulders over wrists. 3 more cat-cows. Drop the chest, or the hips I should say, and lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Press your chest back, lift your hips a little higher. Come right onto the ball of the right foot. Inhale, find that long extended spine. Exhale, curve, find flexion in the spine. One more time, inhale long. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bring the heart through your arms, squeeze the shoulder blades back, hold. Spring the right foot to the outside of the right hand as you exhale, sink down. One more time, Malasana, yogi squat, hands to heart center. And this time, whether you're lifted or you're low, it doesn't matter, we'll reach the right hand off the right side of the mat. So the arm is to the back or to the inside of the leg, and take the left arm up, big open twist. Lean back as you press your left knee outward. Inhale. And exhale, switch. Left arm to the inside of the left leg if you can. Take the right arm up. Stretching from the top hand across your chest to the bottom hand. Press your right knee outwards. Inhale. Exhale, take the hand down and forward folds. Lift your hips, drop the skull heavy, toe heel your feet back to hips distance apart. Halfway lift, hands up to shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, drop over the legs. Come all the way up to standing. Draw the energy up the legs, up the spine, up your fingertips. Inhale. Hands through heart center, go right back into your forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need. Exhale. Half lift again. Inhale, pull your shoulder blades back. Fold, exhale, bend your knees enough to bring your hands flat to the mat. Step back 1 foot at a time, plank pose. Inhale. Then bend your knees a little bit more, downward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Good. Now, hopefully, since we're stretching out already through the backs of the legs, they're feeling a little bit more open in your down dog. But go ahead and take a slow jog of your legs out. You might draw big circles with your hips. You might shake the head out, yes and no. Good. We'll take one full flow. Press forward through the balls of the feet to come into a high plank or modified plank with the knees down. Inhale here. Exhale, chest through your arms. Bend your elbows, tucking them tight by your sides. Chaturanga. Come to the tops of the feet. Up dog or cobra, taking your back bend. Smile, the collarbones open. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, either flipping over the feet or tucking your toes. Take a clearing breath in your down dog. Lower the knees down to the mat. Sit back, hips towards your heels, child's pose. Take rest. And stay here as long as you need. And then make your way off of your mat back into your day. Hopefully feeling a little bit more open in the body, a little bit more grounded in your breath. Thank you for joining me and Pandora. We'll see you next time. Namaste.